This is a 2020 United States elections prediction video. The 2020 United States elections are possibly the most important in a generation for both parties. Trump seeks to get a second term, and the Democrats seek to end his presidency. For both parties, redistricting and new laws will rely on the performance of each party in the Senate, House, and gubernatorial elections. Currently, predicted markets strongly favor the Democrats to win the United States House of Representatives. In the United States Senate, it is much closer. At the current moment, the markets favor the Democrats to pick up the Senate at a lean margin. In the presidential election, Trump's lead in markets has dissipated since earlier this year when he was a strong favorite to win re-election, now giving Biden the advantage. First up, the gubernatorial elections. The GOP currently holds 26 seats after losing 7 to the Democrats in 2018 and another last year to Andy Beshear in Kentucky. The Democrats hold 24 seats. In this map, no party gains any seats. This means that the margin of 26 Republicans to 24 Democrats will continue, as neither party gains any seats, and the Republicans will have a slight majority in the NGA. Moving on to the House of Representatives elections. The Democrats hold a majority, 233 seats, to the Republicans' 198 seats. The odds heavily favor the Democratic Party at a margin of 91% to 9%, I predict. This shows my predicted odds over time for the past month and a half. I see the Democrats getting 52% of the vote, which is slightly down, and I see the Republicans getting 44% of the vote, also slightly down. This is the map, and that sea of red that you see is because of gerrymandering. However, I see that the Democrats will definitely hold on to their majority. In fact, I believe that the Democrats will actually gain seats. While my margin of error for this is high, I definitely know they will hold the House. Moving on to the Senate election. Republicans hold a majority, 53 seats, to the Democrats' 47 seats. I see the odds for the Senate as being much closer, with the Democrats at 52% and the Republicans at 48%. This graph shows the odds over time, and as you can see, it goes back and forth. Now on to my predictions for key races. The state of Alabama goes to challenger Tommy Tuberville, which is a Republican gain. And the state of Montana goes to the current governor, Steve Bullock, which is a Democratic gain, very narrowly. The state of South Carolina I consider to be likely for Lindsey Graham, and he wins it with a small but significant margin, a Republican hold. And in the state of Iowa, mildly disapproved Senator Joni Ernst narrowly defeats challenger Theresa Greenfield. This is a Republican hold. But in the state of North Carolina, incumbent Thom Tillis, a Republican, loses to veteran and Democratic challenger Cal Cunningham, Democratic gain. In Georgia's election, incumbent Senator David Perdue narrowly defeats challenger Jon Ossoff. In the Georgia special election, the Republicans also hold this seat. Doug Collins beats Raphael Warnock to win this seat. In the state of Maine, once very popular Senator Susan Collins, who is now the most disapproved of senator in the country, loses to Sarah Gideon, Democratic pickup. And in the state of Arizona, Mark Kelly, a veteran and astronaut, defeats Martha McSally, who lost to a Democrat in 2018. Former Governor John Hickenlooper fairly easily defeats incumbent Senator Cory Gardner as Colorado continues its move to the left. Here is the Senate map. Chuck Schumer becomes majority leader as the Democrats get 51 seats, a narrow majority, and a pickup of 4 seats. Now moving on to the presidential election. For the time being, the odds are heavily in Joe Biden's favor, 70% to 30%. Here are the odds over time, and you can see as the pandemic continued and the racial protests and riots started, Trump went down in his chance of winning. This is another reason why Trump has a low chance of winning. He's highly disapproved at the current moment. Right now, while I don't expect this to happen on election day, I see Joe Biden getting 53% to Donald Trump's 44%, a margin of 9 points. And here are the swing state results.